It's Sunday and we are heading back home. We've had a lovely weekend with our friends. We got there about 12:30 and we all had lunch. We all contributed food for lunch. My pumpkin donuts were really good. I will have to put the recipe for those under the video, including the frosting, because it was really good. And in the afternoon we went, the two men went for a walk. I was going to say we went for a walk, but we didn't really. Two men went for a walk and the three ladies went to the shops. Oh my God, that's so bumpy. So because one of my friends is a sewer and also a crafty person, she was quite happy to go to Thread and Paper and have a look around there. And my other friend is into crystals and all sorts of woo-woo stuff. And so we went to this place that sold all that sort of thing as well, like smudging and incense and crystals and all that sort of thing. So once we were all back home, we had dinner. It was just soup and bread and salad, which is a lovely, simple meal. Hit a very bumpy part of the road there. So we had soup and bread and salad for dinner, and then we played Mexican train dominoes. That was fun. Didn't go to bed too late, we were tired. So we had a reasonable night's sleep. Never sleep that well in a strange bed, especially the first night, and we were only there for one night, so it's not like I have a chance to settle in. And then got up this morning, had fruit and banana bread for breakfast and coffee. Once we'd had breakfast, the three of us went for a walk around the neighborhood. The fall leaves are amazing. The colors, the wind was quite strong and it was a little damp and they were just flying everywhere. And then after that, we sat and chatted for a while, and then we decided we were staying for lunch, so we had lunch as well. I finished my knitted cowl, so I'll show you that a little bit later. And I started on the hat, barley hat that goes with the oats cowl. Well, lovely people, coming to the end of the weekend, I am absolutely knackered. Been a fair amount of driving and a lot of visiting and some fun shopping and some knitting. We have eaten very well, by which I mean lots of good healthy food. So the cowl is finished. This is the oats cowl, all done. I bound it off, and today, while we were considering how long we were going to be staying and whether we were going to be staying for lunch, I wove in the two tails, top and bottom, and immediately cast on for the hat. So I think this is going to need a little bit of a bath because my bind off is a little wavy. I did a knit one, purl one bind off, and it does look a little wavy. It doesn't look as neat as the cast on. Cast on is looking a little fluffy, probably because it's been in and out of my bag multiple times during my week of travel and then over this weekend. But it's very pretty. And so I did a little bit of math. I looked at the TinCanKnits app. Oh my gosh, I can't say that. I looked at the TinCanKnits app for the barley hat, and they do have an Aran/worsted weight version, a DK version, and a fingering/sock yarn version, which is great, except that their gauges are all different from the one I was getting on the cowl. Nice thing about having knitted the cowl is I know what my exact gauge is. And so I was also able to put the cowl around my head and kind of pinch the fabric and see how much to take out. So what I ended up doing, the cowl was 96 stitches. So for this one, the Barley hat, I am using 86 stitches. So that'll give me a result that's 2 inches smaller. So that should work. So this was knitting up to 20 stitches to 4 inches, which was landing right between the DK and worsted weight gauges on the pattern. And I'm probably just going to wing it for the amount of stitches for the garter stitch section. I'll probably just whack a couple of markers in there, which look about right, somewhere along here. And just do it. Might not even count. Might just eyeball it. So over the course of today, with the driving and the sitting having a cup of tea at my favourite tea shop before we came home, I got this much done, which is all of the ribbing for the hat. And I still have a crap ton of this yarn left. It's amazing. It feels like the never-ending ball of loveliness. I feel like that needs to be a yarn name, the never-ending ball of loveliness. I need to go into yarn production, obviously. So I hope you didn't mind the full 10 minutes or whatever it was, of driving and shopping and music. I ended up using 5 clips of music because I didn't want to have the same thing for the whole time. And the clips of music are always too short. So I ended up using 5 clips. So I'm sure if you found it a little bit onerous, you will have fast forwarded it to this point and hopefully be here for the chatty bit. If you are, well done. So I just want to give you a close-up of the things I bought at Thread and Paper yesterday. I have to say, before I went, Mr. Stitches said, rather jokingly, I assumed it was jokingly, give me your cell phone and your credit card before you go to the shop. And I just laughed and laughed, because we both knew that was not going to make any difference to whether I bought anything or not. And I was quite restrained, really, considering the lovely yarns they have. So I knew I wanted a little cross-stitch kit. Now I wonder, I bet you the cross-stitch kit that I did during Vlogmas last year is probably in with all my Christmas decorations. So I'm not going to go dig it out now. But it was a little wiener dog with a red and white stripe, so he looked like a little peppermint candy cane, you know. And he had a little hat on. And it was just a small kit, just the right size for me to do a little bit a day. I took it to Victoria on Vancouver Island last December. And I was able to work on it at the Airbnb while we were there. It was just a fun thing to do. Such a fun thing to do. So they actually still are selling that kit at Thread and Paper this year. But I picked a new one, a Christmas tree. They did have a reindeer. Oh, I can't remember what else they had. They had a couple of other things, but I can't remember what they were. So I think this is going to be fun. And, you know, it comes with the frame and the needle and the floss. And, oh, hold on a second. Not only that, but I actually made myself a special cross-stitching pouch last year to put it in. And this is it. I just love this fabric so much. So this pouch, it opens wide because the zipper comes all the way out to the side and actually snaps on the side here. So you open it all the way. It opens nice and wide. And I made a little pouch that also snapped inside. So there's a white snap on the outside and a white snap on the inside. And the buffalo plaid lining is just perfect. So this little clear pouch, it holds things like needles, which are tiny and can otherwise get lost. So I was very chuffed with that project last year. It's got fusible fleece in it, and it feels a little bit squishy and rather lovely. And this will fit perfectly in there, ready for not Vlogmas, Nicola, Vlogmas. That makes me so happy. It doesn't take much to make me happy, really. Simple pleasures, right? So this will be for Vlogmas. I will not touch this or start working on it until December the 1st. And the other thing I want to do in December is use these balls of yarn, or cakes of yarn, that I bought today. Now, I only bought 2. I could easily have bought more. They are called King Cowl, Cottagespun. King Cowl is a British brand. And it's a variegated yarn, obviously, in Christmas colourway, obviously. And it's 100% acrylic. It's 246 yards, or 225 meters, 150 grams. They're suggesting a 6mm hook, not hook, needle. They don't mention a hook, but I would think a 6mm hook would probably be fine. So I don't know whether I'm going to be knitting or crocheting with this, but the colour, another reason to love this yarn. The colour is called Winter Solstice. Love it so much. And also there's a little panel on the side which shows you how it looks knitted up. I love it when variegated yarns do that, because otherwise they can be a little bit of a gamble, can't they? So, you know, if I could have bought, okay, I could have bought about 6 cakes of this and made myself a sweater. That would have probably done it. Yeah, that would have been 900 grams. So 6 cakes of this would probably make myself a sweater. But I thought, I'm not going to splurge too much. I'm going to make it a mini splurge, not a maxi splurge. This will make a lovely accessory for December and Vlogmas. Can't wait. Going to be so fun. Keep saying fun, don't I? Going to be delicious. Okay, enough drooling over the yarn. So this is going to go in the stash and be saved for December the 1st as well. Not even 7 o'clock yet. I'm ready to go to bed. So the rest of the day is going to be a little bit of couch time and an early night. So it's time to say goodbye and good night, and hope you had an awesome weekend. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.